Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 and 3 just dropped on PS5, and I want to get every Platinum trophy for every chapter of this game. Starting with my favorite, Chapter 2, Fly in a Web. The game starts where you last left off in the last chapter after freeing Poppy. We explore until we find a cardboard cutout of Huggy. We knock it down and we get our first trophy. We find this key that unlocks this room where we find a golden statue and a tape. These tapes will ruin my mental stability later on in this video. Keep watching to find out. Anyways, we collect this golden statue and we earn another trophy. Yay! Each of these golden statues earns us a trophy, which means we gotta collect them all. After collecting the statue, Poppy makes us do a puzzle to turn on the power. This helps us enter this room where we witness Poppy getting violently kidnapped.
Oh.
And we do what most people would do. Follow her kidnapper into the very ominous hole. This brings us to do another puzzle that we complete. And then we meet Poppy's kidnapper, Mommy Longlegs.
Honestly, smash.
She steals our red hand and she wants us to complete 3 minigames successfully if we want Poppy back. And she will also give us a train code to use to operate the factory train to get the hell out of this place. She grants us access to the train station, which is used as our main hub for this game. We find a hidden golden statue there, and now it's time to make our new hand. Our new hand is green and has the power to conduct electricity, which will be helpful later on. But enough with that, it's time for the first minigame. This minigame is called Musical Memory. In this minigame, you have to press on the colored buttons that the game tells you to press on. It's basically a giant version of Simon. To make this game even more difficult, there is a bunny that comes down from the ceiling that will kill you if you fail to press the right series of colors enough times. And this will force you to start over the game from the very beginning. So for someone like me, who has the memory of a goldfish, it was pretty hard. Luckily, with enough button pressing, I ended up getting an easy combination and broke the minigame. Mommy gives us the first piece of the train code and we escape by going through this vent that brings us to a room full of rejected toys. In this room, the exit is only accessible using this elevator. The problem is that there is a toy dinosaur on the elevator that is blocking us from using it. So to get through this room, you have to use this claw to move the dinosaur out of the way. We do that, and this leads us to solve another puzzle, which brings us back to the train station. But no time to relax. We got a platinum trophy to get. So on to the next minigame. The next minigame is called Wacka Wuggy. In this minigame, you have to use your hands to touch the moving Huggies that come out of these holes. And as you can see, there are many of these said holes. The game gets really dark and I have to beat this minigame without using a flashlight to earn a trophy. So I turn off the flashlight and immediately go to my settings to turn the brightness up to 100%. Some might call this cheating. I just call it winning. Without anyone's surprise, I beat the game first try and earned the trophy. Mommy gives us the second train code piece and we escape through this door. This is when we meet a not so familiar face.
It's another. Oh no, it's you!
This pink version of Huggy helps us by opening the door and she does not bother us for the rest of the chapter. Thanks, I guess? At the end of this section, we find this tape and when we play it, we are greeted by none other than Jacksepticeye? I didn't know you were in this game. After that shocking YouTuber cameo, we escape once again to the train station for the last time, because now it's time for the final minigame. This game is called Statues, and if you've ever watched Squid Game before, which I imagine is most of you watching, you probably know about red light, green light. This game is pretty much the same. You are only allowed to move when the music plays, and you have to stop moving once the music stops playing. If you move while there is no music playing, you die. I beat the game first try. At the end of this minigame, you are forced to enter this office if you want to progress. In the office, I jump inside another hole, which brings us to another puzzle. After completing the puzzle, you get dropped from a broken vent where Mommy jumps out of the sky, telling you that you cheated in the last minigame, and you have to play one last minigame with her. She makes you play a game of hide and seek with her. I don't need to explain how to play hide and seek. You solve another puzzle by pulling these colored levers in a specific order that can only be found by pulling yourself on the ceiling. These levers unlock a door where Mommy will chase you out of. You hide from her by pulling yourself back up in the ceiling and waiting for her to leave. She leaves and you continue onwards. This brings us to the next room that has a furnace. Instead of using the furnace to burn her, you use it to make a gear that unlocks a door. You go through the door and Mommy finds you again. You hide inside the furnace until she leaves. You go through the door and you are greeted to a dead end with a lever on the ground. With nothing left to lose, You pull it, and this brings you to a long chase sequence where you're running away from mommy until you've had enough and decide to shred her with this machine. The rest of her gets pulled away by this mysterious claw, and a door opens for you. Well, I have no further questions. You make it back to the train station where you free Poppy and enter the train. With all the train code pieces, you use them to turn on the train and leave the factory. But just kidding! Poppy turns on us at the last minute and crashes the train with us on it, which leaves us to play care in the end of the chapter. But wait, you didn't think this was the end of the video, did you? No, we still have to get every single trophy to earn that sweet platinum trophy. We're gonna start by beating musical memory. To earn this trophy, you have to beat the minigame without messing up the pattern a single time. And if you mess it up once, you have to restart the entire game all over again up to this point. So I had to restart the entire game from the very beginning every time I failed. Anyways, after the 10th time, I finally got it, and we're moving on. The next trophy I had to earn had me collecting and play every single VHS tape that is available in this game. I played through the entire game all over again, collecting and playing all the VHS tapes, and then it doesn't give me the trophy. Oh my god, I'm gonna myself. But would you look at that? We got the trophy for collecting every lore paper. Anyways, I collect and play every VHS tape again, and then I play the last VHS tape again, and I still don't get the trophy. Now I start wondering, what the heck is going on here? And then I check my inventory, and I forgot to play the second to last tape. Yeah, that one's on me. Anyways, I restart again, I play all the minigames again, and then this happens.
Alright, let's listen. Yes! I got it!
I finally got the trophy. This brings us to the final part of the challenge. Beat the game under 45 minutes and don't die a singular time. After putting in the train code one last time, this happened. And with that, the challenge is over. I won. I got the platinum trophy for Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. This challenge was a nightmare. Would I do it again? Probably.